And we're getting into the draft. It's a lot of things getting hovered. This could be the last game of the night, day, afternoon, wherever it is you are. For me, it's 1 a.m., but for you, it could be different. Right now, we see Jenna's first pick, and finally, it is the Rengar for Alloy, and it seems to be a laning Rengar.
The Rango, baby. Okay, suddenly the lane Rango, which makes it a lot more exciting. We were talking about the power that the Rengar could possibly have. And I'm seeing right now it could be huge depending on the lane matchup. But right now, as all of Black Camel's composition shifts out, this is something that we've seen from them quite often. Now, the Braum is still up for them, but instead they decided to go for the Lux pick, because this is pretty similar to the second composition they had in the previous semifinals. The Jin, the Wukong, the Ziggs, though, but the Lex and Rengar really putting up some numbers and throwing a wrench in possibly Kismet's plans. But on their end, they've got a lot of strong picks.
As they do, the Lux for the first time tonight, as well as the Rengar, are sure to bring in work, and the Katarina can be very dangerous in the hands of Kismet. Of course, it has to pop off in the early game. It has to win the lane matchup, and it's going to be hard to do against the Ziggs that can keep a huge amount of distance, that can satchel you out of your own ultimate. So, all in all, Black Camel have a mix of range, assassination potential, pick potential, everything a team fight could want, except a front line. While on the other side, they just want to brute force you to death.
Who needs a front line when you're getting kills anymore?
Exactly.
Bro, it's exactly cowards play tanks here. Because when I play Malphite, you think I built Sunfire? Man, no, I'm building Ludens, bro. Demonic Embrace, right? Rabadons.
Yeah, it's a rock with a hat. A rock with a hat, you know?
Magi's, bro. Exactly. It's a rock with a hat and a book.
It's just that simple. I mean, it's really easy to just mechanically outplay your opponents. You're just better. You just go in there, you play your best, you delete them from the game. If they're not in the game, who cares about a front line?
Exactly, bro. Just that wonderful outplay button is I'm sure very prevalent in many of these different games and champions, right? But as of right now, Kismet fighting for survival in this tournament, and Black Camel looking to take it home and get those 500 smackaroonies to their face.
Oh, yes, they are. Black Camel are in said match point, and right now we see from the early game in this mid lane that Mulzer does have the advantage in the range, and Zac doesn't have a stun, but he can't close gaps, he can't run around like a madman, like Katarina usually does, and so he's a little bit stuck in the backside. And the Kai'Sa and the Lulu on the opposite side, they just don't seem to have the same effect.
You know, it's almost like when two different players are playing a similar champion, but they have different play styles, you get different results.
Wow.
Right?
That's
But
very...
like you mentioned, right? It's definitely, I find, just the threat of the Lux on the bottom side definitely just stopped any sort of thing that could happen. As I did not think you would get that. Oh my god, why did Camille stay around for that long? She should have hookshot it away. First blood to Alloy, and here comes the pain train from Rengar.
I don't think she had hookshot. She's level 2. I just think Mob just kind of died. Alloy playing ring. Oh, what?
Oh no!
It's doomed.
Wait, bro. We can't call it this early. Chill. Okay, look.
Yeah. That's composure. Okay, Black Camel. It's got 2 kills in 1.5 minutes.
Yeah.
2,000 gold in 2 minutes. And now Kismet have to try to turn that around. It's not impossible, definitely not. But I mean, they didn't have to climb up a huge mountain, and now they kind of have to start doing it.
Okay, look, here's where I see it right now, right? Definitely the 2 kills going over to the carries. All of it the side of Black Camel, especially in just the 2v2 1v1s, is a very positive sign for them, right? But we've known this. We know how good Black Camel are actually at the game. He actually lands the bolo strike, and all these bushes are just doing work for Ally, pushing Mob out of his own lane too, not even allowing him to farm. We see Maker might be in trouble. Good satchel at the back as they like to go down to the bot side too. Are we going to get away under tower in? And he get one more. Death Rocket 2 will get it, but no, the minion saved his life. Oh, 1-for-1 trade mid side.
Oh, Alloy is there.
Nope.
Well, I guess the thrill of the hunt really does not forgive there on the Rengar. And tonight, he really did hunt. The Katarina is gone. That is a 2-for-1 in favor of Black Camel. Plus, Kismet are still pressuring the bot side. Jackie can still deadly flourish on the Lulu. Sark is around. Cyclone is available. Everything is available, really, for Black Camel.
And he's going to use it. Look, a beautiful light binding at the back to get down 2, and which is why they can't step up. This Lux is just so dangerous. You locked out what the chain CC and the crits from the Jhin are deadly, you could say.
They're definitely deadly. I mean, eventually, the Camille did get a kill in return, but was it good enough? Oh, Alloy.
That's flash shot too. Action the kitty in half. Somebody call Peanut.
Yeah, that's why you don't flash in a straight line when you're playing against Olaf, because he's always going to throw that undertow max range. He's just got chopped down there, the little kitty, and now Mulzer is in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, you locked him yet again too. Oh, and the huge wall growth at the back to get the knock up as well, to get trade back for them and getting priority over this dragon anyway.
Okay, this is starting to feel like a little bit of overconfidence about the...
No. Jackie at the back, one more crit should be able to do. He's running up there. There's a little bit more damage.
Red team champions.
Okay, Asami really showing what a true enchantress can do. Really bursting down the enemies as she should. And Mob can't even contest this first dragon. It is a Mountain Drake now coming down from Black Camel as they once again assert their dominance on Summoner's Rift.
So now at this point is where I'd be willing to give a bit more favor to Black Camel.
Okay,
right?
that's
Yeah. Because considering right now he starts the back to Zach, but
okay,
he doesn't.
Heartbreaking.
He has the bomb too, but I don't know if he can push his advantage any further. You know, for a second I thought that was Grop that he was taking, but I realized it was Olaf.
No, I mean, same, you know. Really, at this point for Rengar, I don't think he really cares what he's slashing. He just slashes through it like it's nothing. But one positive point for Kismet, it's at this point they have numbers advantage on the Rift Herald that's gonna spawn soon, and that can be helpful since Alloy does not have teleport. And there are a lot of numbers for Black Camel on this bottom side. Ziggs can be caught up again.
Doesn't actually land the flourish onto anybody yet, but no CCTV had to just immediately just get away. Can't lock anybody down, but Sark is there at the back taking the blue buff, but can they collapse upon this? Olaf is there to do so. Doesn't find out anybody yet, but they're all just chilling, waiting, hoping.
Oh yes, they are, and I mean, they can afford to. At this point, the gold lead is just going to balloon itself. Anyways, let's see if Asami can hit a good light binding and turn this around. Zac is almost dead. Oh, finally.
That was definitely close, but the back of the forge. Yeah. Bye.
That's a dead might of Lockfar, and eventually the Rift Herald is also going to fall towards Black Camel, as Sark, with his first item, Guardian Angel, is headed towards this major objective. The mid lane turret is already gone, but Mob wants to fight back.
Asami might be dead here though at the back, but at the E, but unfortunately cannot slow anybody yet. Oh, we see in the back end though, we'll see how Ella responds, gets one kill, gets out though, and the curtain call opened up. But will only be used for the disengage. A good zoning ultimate from the Jhin.
Very, very good zoning ultimate. The Rengar just manages to get away with his life with a great flash over that little wall. and Black Camel just keep increasing their gold lead. Oh, until Mob gets a solo kill on the kitty cat.
We're well done here. Look at that. That's also a big shutdown as well. Going over to Mob. So nice little spots going over to their end. But now, a kill will be taken. And this right here, did you see how Black Camel just continues to play? Although they may have lost that one of the kill, right? But it's perfectly fine because they get ref now. They can push turrets even more. And they don't even need to split push because right now the map is completely under control.
Yes, it is. They don't need to do virtually anything at this point, but it's 1 minute till the next Infernal Drake. The Drake of all Drakes, one would say, since the Elder Dragon basically never shows up in this context because, you know, Black Camel don't really have more than 15 minutes at a time to spare. So, let's see how this next dragon goes. Kismet should be strong enough to contest it. They do have a great Enchantress on Lulu to stop the major engages from a Rengar, from a Wukong, and they also do have the rundown power of Camille, Olaf, and Katarina together to try to finish the lives of Milzer and eventually also Asami and Jackie. But of course, that is relying a lot on execution, and so far we haven't seen any semblance of the sorts.
Execution is definitely the name of the game for Black Camel, which is literally been how they won so many of their fights. Asami going back a little bit, trying to bait it, but yeah, Kismet just gonna decide to give this up. You know, they can't fight this. The Drake is easily Black Camel's.
Yes, it is, and now that's just a huge increase on their damage. They're going for the 4v5, and
yeah. Ragnar popped at the back and immediately Lulu is gone. Kivo's not. Get out of range! No, he couldn't even leave. All he had to do was walk away like a centimeter more. I don't know why he was trying to dodge it. That's a triple kill for the Jin by the end of it. And suddenly, Black Camel lose 1 kill but get back 5 more.
That makes absolutely no sense. He was right at the edge of the curtain call and he just decides to zigzag instead of just getting out. And the Herald is summoned on the inhibitor turret. The turret is gone. Katarina's gone. Is the game over before 10 minutes?
No way. The wild growth used at the back is. Are we gonna see a dancing Shelly? There's no way, right?
Oh, no.
Oh, wait, look at the health bars on the side of Black Camel. They know they can't finish the game. It will be quite detrimental. Also, Abby is on the top side.
Okay,
but Olaf is unstoppable for but only 1 kill though.
Yeah, he's not really unstoppable in the sense of the word, but eventually Shelly does hit the Nexus. It is half health out of that same objective, but, you know, it really doesn't matter in the long run. They couldn't really finish it off, and I do believe that the Nexus regens when it comes to health, so it should be fine for another push, maybe from Black Camel. What is really bad, though, for Kismet is they don't have a mid inhibitor turret, which means super minions will be barreling down that middle lane time and time again, and Black Camel might have just free reigns over this Baron Nashor.
10 minutes 30 seconds into the game, they have knocked down a turret. They were encroaching upon the Nexus.
Ooh, shut
down the bot side, though. They get down Jin. Now it's 4v5, which is harder to spawn. And the answer is very well. Katarina's dead. The back the bomb is huge and explodes so many members of Kismet. Suddenly, the Katarina get out. Kenville kill over the back. There's a double kill for the Wukong, and it all goes wary here. Black Camel is scary. Things are getting kind of hairy.
Oh, what a great light binding. Predicting the exit of the hook shot. Oh my god. Asami, you are a god, dude. This guy is just completely smashing it on every game he plays with champions that seem to have so little agency. And he's just showing exactly the limits of these same champions time and time again. And right now, Black Camel, they're just doing Black Camel things. It's 12k gold lead right now for their team. There's no dragon to be wary of, but they're going to try and split the map. They're going to try and push the sideways, since that same mid lane is going to be perma pushing. And as I'm looking at Kismet's Nexus, it doesn't seem to regenerate after all.
No, it does not. Rocket down. Sorry, the bomb down here. Huge burst of damage to, but Alex stay alive. Although the Ziggs will die, won't necessarily matter. Current call won't tag anybody up by the end of it. As look to push on the tier 2. Oh, one more hit with the wild goat saving his life. Barely staying alive.
Barely staying alive, while on the other side, their health bars didn't even move. Just the Mountain Drake shield and the prismatic barriers are enough, and Olaf might be dead again.
Yeah. Oh, one more red.
Very red? No, it's not enough.
No, Jackie hit the back to like biting already onto the Kaiser, but they land. Okay, that's a W. He goes to Killer Instinct onto the Jin. He definitely gets polymorphed, and there it is. That's what trade kill for Aloy's there for the response. So has to go into Bush up the 2. Boxy cannot heal up, and there we go. That's the response from Kismet. Black Camel are like far too far forward. They're giving me a lot of their own gold. They allow Kismet to come back into the game, and the fight has not stopped so far. Misses the bouncing bomb. He's over the wall, but at least to get one back.
Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer once again, because Black Camel, they have this game in the bag. They have the mid lane so far up that it really didn't matter. And they just threw it all away. I guess Kismet still have a chance in this game if Black Camel keep acting the way they are. But, to be realistic, Black Camel, I can't afford to make these mistakes. Kivo is just going in on the Ziggs.
The first idea to confirm onto him. Oh, the final spark at the back was big. And the Shunpo 2 completely destroys him. Blade through the heart of a Yordle. Tragedy.
Yeah, that is a long range on the final spark, and the dragon right up next. There's no smite on either side. Doesn't matter.
So all as they go in, knock up onto one, immediately taken out though. Now Kismet fighting at a complete disadvantage. Dragon is there. Dragon is completely Black Camel's. On soul point is Alloy. Opry caught a little bit, has to get it onto a bush up against the Katarina. Goes golden, but Stasis will be able to help him. Oh, the Lux from the other side of the map. He missed the undertow. Alloy actually gets it onto a bush. I don't know if Walla wants to fight this. He goes into a bush against him. Heals up. No, you fool. That's what he wanted.
Red team ace.
I don't want to say anything, but that does look like tilt, as the Nexus is getting now torn apart by Black Camel themselves. It seems like they've solidified their position as the winners of this cup, or have they? Wait.
Maybe one more at the back.
Oh, they did
do it, and this is completely gone. One more hit. Black Camel are your Wizard $500 Wild Rift Cup winners.
Oh yes, they are, and as competition goes in North America, this is probably the first tournament they win. It's a lot of competition. It was 32 teams that came about to this same cup, and eventually, Black Camel just win it all. They've had just solid performances all around. They were so aggressive every single time. And if there is a guy that I want to pinpoint this win to, it's Asami. This man is a maniac on the enchanters. This guy is just such a good support, enabling his entire team time and time again. And Black Camel, they don't even have to sweat for it.
But honestly, if we're giving MVP over anybody, it has to be Asami.
Yeah.
Like, he's just so good, bro. Like you mentioning, enabling his team consistently, and on a Janna getting sometimes more kills.
Right? He went 6-0-8 on a Janna game at one point. That was just so great. But in the meantime, we have a couple clips from this last game to see exactly how Black Camel really managed to dominate.
Consistently from beginning to end, though. I mean, after the second kill, and if where you were like, all right, it's over, and
yeah. Turns out I was right. Like, Olaf could not be there. He doesn't want to go through the satchel. He doesn't have ultimate, I'm guessing. If he had Ragnarok, he could have went over it, but eventually he doesn't. The Ziggs not only gets the kill, they eventually get the turret right afterwards. And that was just the beginning of yet another dominating performance from the Black Camel. They were just a solid unit from start to finish.
Yeah. And those Ziggs mega Inferno bombs as well, too, just did so much of those team fights, because you saw how Kismet consistently tried to take these close range team fights, these 2v2, 3v3s, but it was just a clear lineup, too, because they would be like, all right, bet, let's go. Boom, pop up, knock down, boom, and bye-bye. Yeah. As we do load up our second replay of the day as well. I don't know if it includes Ziggs, but it's still cool, though.
Yeah, it's still cool. You just did a great favor for audio listeners right there. You described the team fight perfectly, and eventually that's exactly what we're seeing at this point. They just get the dragon uncontested. They get on the Olaf also very easily, and Lulu can't get away from that Mega Inferno Ball, man.
Look, Tyson, look at that. That's like,
Walk away, man.
man.
You just don't have to get hit by all those shots. Eventually, he does. He gets torn apart by the big shoulder cannon that Chin just happens to have.
The back huge sniper rifle as we load into our final replay of the day 2, right before our interview that we will be having as one of the winners of this tournament too. Because look at this, yeah, this right here, bro. This is so well played, Valor.
Ooh, yeah, the final spark hits as he was going for the honey fruits, the stopwatch. I believe he had a Zonius, because it's not the first time we saw the Rengar on that golden state. He was just so subliminal throughout this entire match. We finally got to see what the Rengar really is about. And Black Camel just putting on a clinic, just very well deserved. These $500 now given by Wizard themselves.
Yes, sir. Yet again, we do want to give a big shout out, as always, to Wizards and all the sponsors for today, man. Wizard making this all happen. Remember, like we said, if you want to find out about Wizard, everything they do, make sure to type exclamation Wizard right here in chat to get all that info and more, as you will be having an interview with Asami in just a couple of seconds. So I'll make sure to stick around for that. But we'll drag him all in. We're going to talk to him. We're going to get to know what's going inside that beautiful mind and why he plays the AP Janet to such a T.
Yes, and in the meantime, in case you missed it, we already drew the 3 winners of the Discord Nitro, sponsored also by Wizard themselves, Obsessio, Printed, Cougar, and Raven. If you haven't already, collect your Discord Nitros. We will reach out to you via DMs, and you'll eventually get to take advantage of that same Nitro. And not only Wizard do we have to thank for this entire cup, but also, have you heard of Wild Rift Origins?
I might have. I'm familiar with it. It takes place in my backyard, right?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, I'll be heading there next Friday already to cast all the games. Yeah. Yeah, Wild Rift Origins, just a great tournament coming over for all of you European nationals or CIS nationals, Turkey, Middle East, North Africa, and everything in between, basically the entire Mediterranean Sea. If you're from around there, you're probably qualified to join this same tournament. Even though this Wizard Cup was only for North America residents, this is not the same. So if you didn't get the chance to participate in this one, you'll get the chance to participate in Origins. It's 300,000 euros. Yeah, you heard it right. 300,000 euros of prize pool, all up for grabs. So make sure to register up until June 5th. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so like you mentioned, it is very close. If you want to find out about all that and more, make sure to type exclamation mark Origins in chat to see everything we're talking about. And I believe we do have my main man Asami right here in the chat. Asami, are you there, my brother? Can you see us? Reach out to us, please.
Asami, are you there?
Asami? Konnichiwa. Namaste.
Right. I believe we cannot hear him yet, but in the meantime, all right,
as we throw into a very quick break, when we come back, we'll have the final interview with Asami. But till then, we'll see y'all soon.